Good evening, everyone. I do apologize. I thought I had a couple more minutes, but I didn't. I would like to share with you a simple question that perhaps some of you have asked sometime in life. If you think about the Hebrew words Bat Mitzvah, what's the literal translation of the words Bat Mitzvah? Daughter of commandments. Fantastic. What does it mean? Daughter of commandments? So many of the young ladies tonight have been speaking about when you become Bat Mitzvah, you receive responsibilities. And your actions begin to count. Meaning, when I do an action, when I do a mitzvah, it actually counts. So still, why do we call a girl who achieves this age of maturity a Bat Mitzvah? I would perhaps call them a Yalda of Mitzvah, a girl relevant to the mitzvot, right? What's the idea that we call them a Bat Mitzvah, a daughter of the mitzvot? Simple question. The answer, I think, I'm sure this happens. I don't know, I hope this doesn't happen in any of your families, but every so often, some families may be aware of the following scenario. Either the father or the mother are having a very tense moment with the daughter who would like to do something or son who would like to do something that the parents feel very strongly against, and the words come out. I never wanted to be part of this family. Petrifying words. It happens once a week, what'd you say? Right? And what do the parents answer? Tough luck. One of the few things we don't get to choose are our parents and our parents-in-law. But usually our parents. And sometimes the way our parents deal with us or treat us is not the way we would like them to treat us. And whether we like it or not, we're born into the family, and this is a responsibility we carry when we go out into the world. When people look at us, they see our parents. They see the education that our parents have given us. And I wonder if the idea behind the word or this concept of a Bat Mitzvah is that we as the Jewish nation have survived a very long time, and one of those things, one of those tools that have enabled us to survive is that we have a responsibility. Whether we like it or not, we were born into a way of life. Whether we like it or not, we have this thing on top of us called the mitzvot, the commandments, the responsibilities. But ultimately, the message that a Jew is meant to portray is, I live a moral and ethical way of life with God being centered around it. That is our message. And perhaps when a person becomes a Bat Mitzvah, whether you like it or not, the responsibilities fall on you. Life doesn't have to be so gloomy. We can work things out with our parents, and we can work things out within Judaism. Sometimes when we look at Judaism and look at the mitzvot and look at the commandments, with anger, frustration, fear, or we can embrace it in this being a wonderful opportunity to express a moral and ethical way of living. I wasn't meant to speak tonight, but my wife pulled out my speech from last year and she wanted me to give over the same message. And basically the message that I gave over is based on a story. And I want to read to you the story. And I think the story has a very, very strong message. The background to the story is that in New York there's an organization called Chush, and Chush work integrating children with disabilities, with mental handicaps, integrating them into a normal society. The story was told by a father of one of these children who attends Chush. His son, in the morning, he goes to this unique program, and in the afternoon, he's able to attend a regular high school where other Orthodox Jewish kids go to high school. And he said one day he was walking home, he was walking his son to high school, and they were walking past the field. And sure enough, there was a baseball game being played out on the field. And his son, whose name is Shaya, he said, "Daddy, do you think they'll let me play? Do you think I can also play the game?" Now, Shaya had never really held a bat in his life. His father didn't want to immediately brush him off, so he went up to one of the kids and he said, "Do you think my son can play?" The kid looks around at his team. He doesn't get much of an approval or disapproval. He said, "Look, we're losing anyway. We'll try and let him bat at the end of the 9th inning." And sure enough, at the end of the 9th inning, the bases were loaded, and Shaya was up to bat. And the question was, are they going to allow Shaya to bat, or are they going to take the opportunity and try and win the game? Shaya's father said, they gave him a bat, and he told him, "Go." Shaya stood, he stood with the bat, clumsily holding it, facing the pitcher. The pitcher realizing how challenged Shaya was. He moved up, he walked up a couple of feet, and lobbed the ball really slowly up in the air. And Shaya clumsily swung the bat and missed by a mile. The pitcher came even closer. He lobbed the ball one more time. Shaya clumsily swung the bat and missed again. One of Shaya's teammates got up behind him, held the bat with him, and the pitcher came a bit closer, and together they faced. The pitcher lobbed the ball one more time, and they swung, and it hit a ground ball. He'd never hit a ball in his life. His entire team shouted, "Run, Shaya, run!" Shaya never runs at first. He starts running. Pitcher catches the ball, and he could easily throw it to first base and get Shaya out. But instead, he threw it far over the person standing at first base, and Shaya made it to first. And everyone shouts, "Shaya, run to second! Run to second!" Shaya turns and runs towards second. Person standing at first base, he caught the ball and he picked up, and he threw the ball wildly over second base. And Shaya gets to second base, and as he gets to second base, the shortstop grabs him, turns him, and he says, "Run to third, Shaya! Run to third!" and Shaya runs to third. And as he gets to third, everyone turns Shaya and says, "Run home, Shaya, run home." And the entire team, both sides, they run behind Shaya, cheering him on as he hits home plate. And they raise him up for hitting the grand slam and winning the game. Shaya's father said, "Sometimes I question, in what way did God create perfection in my son Shaya?" And he said, "God has created the ability of achieving perfection in what these children have done for my son." As we grow up, as we mature, we get our opportunities of being in Shaya's footsteps and being in Shaya's shoes. We have opportunities of catching that ground ball and just throwing it straight to first and getting Shaya out and winning the game. And then we have the opportunity of enabling Shaya to get a grand slam. Those opportunities are all over. I believe we as parents have the opportunity to express that as examples, and I'm sure we do that many times. And our encouragement is to enable our children that now, as you grow up, as you become Bat Mitzvah, to embrace this wonderful opportunity of responsibility and to utilize it to become a great, wonderful Jewish daughter of the mitzvah. Thank you very much.